Here we are, everybody. Welcome in to my favorite full moon of the entire year is the Sagittarius full moon. I'm so happy to be here with you. I hope you're happy and excited too. Welcome in. We have some celebrating to do tonight because we don't get a Sagittarius full moon every month. And I want to remind you that your worksheets, do I have them to show you? Yeah, I do. Your worksheets for this full moon, which are our free gift to you at every full moon. How are you? It's so good to see you. We do these for you as a gift. So if you go to speechgoddess.com, you can download these worksheets. It tells you the stones, herbs, and oils for a full moon in Sag, and then it tells you what this full moon is all about, which I'm excited to tell you about because it's my moon. My moon is in Sagittarius. Anybody else have moon in Sag? Or sun in Sag? Or Sag rising? Or I don't know what you got. And it's Pride Month. That's right, Michael Lewis. Okay, so I'm going to read to you a little bit about what happens when the moon is in Sagittarius. Because I have to tell you, I love my moon placement. I love having a moon in Sag. I really do. I wouldn't choose another moon placement if you offered it to me. Not that I can change it. But I'm so happy you're here. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Yay! It's super good to see all of you. So when the moon is in Sag, and those of you who know me well, this will not surprise you. When the moon is in Sagittarius, darling, shit gets crazy. She nurtures you through experiences, and she's here to push your boundaries, aren't we? So good to see you. The Sagittarius moon is like a fiery explosion in the sky. Hey, Karen Brown. Isn't it? Isn't she like a fiery explosion in the sky? Flight risk. I have a passport and I am not afraid to use it. Do you know the number one thing that I do not allow to happen? I do not allow my passport to expire. I need to be able to leave on a moment's notice, right? It's hard to keep her contained. But why would you want to? Take her hand and fly over the ocean. Touch down in a myriad of cities, climb to countless summits with her, right? The view is lofty and you are on top of it all when the moon is in Sagittarius. There is always more, and she knows how to find it. She's infused with the gifts of confidence, optimism, and intuition. The moon in Sag and my sun in the 10th house meant that I was going to be a teacher in the public eye. Right? Sun in the 10th house means publicity and being out in front of people, and moon in Sag means I'm going to be a teacher. So those of you who have sun in Sag, moon in Sag, we are the natural teachers of the zodiac, right? We love to learn new things, and we love to share those things with other people. And so it is my pleasure to be with you. I feel like this moon kind of sums me up. And the other thing I love about moon in Sag, now here's the negative side, okay? We're kind of flighty. We don't really understand rules. We think the rules are for other people. Like, oh, you want me to do that? I thought that was for those people. Are you talking to me? We don't think the rules are for us, right? So some people get mad at us because it's like we don't fit into the box, you know what I mean? We don't behave. We're not the best behaved students in your class. We're the ones who show up late, leave early, you know what I mean? Yeah. So we have some downsides to us. We're flighty. We're going to leave the class early if it's boring and go to where the party is. But if you follow us, you're going to end up at the party, and that can be really exciting too, right? I love it. Say is going to be my flighty pilot for the evening. So anyway, that is Sagittarius moon in a nutshell. It is going to push your boundaries, right? It's going to ask you what the edge is and can you go just a little bit further. It's going to push you past your comfort zone, and because we don't believe in a comfort zone. We believe that if you have a comfort zone, you got to get the hell out of it in order to make any progress. I don't believe in being static, being stale. I want something new, something fresh, something exciting. Show me what's next, right? What's next is kind of my motto in life, because the only guarantee you have in life is that shit's going to change. So if it's hard, then your first question should be, okay, what's next? What you got? And so I'm here to say to you tonight, what's next? The full moon, anybody new to full moon ceremonies with Sage Goddess, I'm really happy you're here. I've been doing this with you for 10 years. This is actually how Sage Goddess started a little over 10 years ago, with these free full moon ceremonies. So if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get to do this every month if you enjoy it, and I hope you do. But the full moon is all about bringing the big light of that Luna, and I hope you have had a chance to see her in the last couple of days, getting bigger, bigger, bigger. It's a chance to bring all of that light and really direct it towards something in your life. And it's best if you direct it toward the energy of the sign that it's in, which is Sagittarius. So you should direct, right? You should direct that light toward freedom, expansion, testing and pushing your boundaries, wisdom and learning, because Sag is all about learning, right? We tend to be the professors and the librarians of the zodiac, right? We're all about wisdom and keeping wisdom. We're good writers, right? So we like to record wisdom and history. So those are the primary channels and avenues. So if you're looking for truth, if you're looking for what's next, if you're looking for confidence, if you're looking for adventure, because we Sagittarians, we are nothing if we're not adventurous. My best friend is a Sagittarius sun, and another one of my really good friends is a Sag sun too. And I love them because nothing scares them. Seriously, my one friend will just pick up everything she's got and move away, like completely go live somewhere she's never been before. And she doesn't even care if she preps for it. She just gets in her car and goes. She doesn't care. She doesn't care where she's going to stay tonight. She doesn't care where she's going to stay tomorrow. I mean, even for me, I'm like, well, but shouldn't you make a reservation? They're like, They're going to go wherever. And then my one friend who's a Sag sun says, I find helpers. I get in my car, I start driving, and I meet people along the way who say, hey, would you like to come and stay with me for the night? Or, hey, I've got a hotel over here. You know, I mean, literally, they just blindfolded will go through life and ride the waves. I'm not quite that brave. I'm close to being that brave, but I'm not quite that brave. But these are the people who backpack through Europe with no agenda. Have you known those people before? That's us. We will just go with the flow. And you know what? It takes all kinds to make the world go round. Like, this will make a Taurus very nervous. This will make a Virgo very nervous. This will make all of the water signs scared, right? They tend not to have Sagittarian partners, because Sagittarian partners will be like, I think I want to live in Africa now. And you'll be like, we live in Michigan. And the Sagittarius partner will be like, how far is Africa from Michigan? Can we drive? Right? So anyway, if you're ready for adventure, this full moon is going to deliver that to you. And if it scares you, you better back up, because that's what is on the menu for tonight. Okay. Well, Jimmy, that's a whole other can of worms, you know what I mean? Because narcissism in any sign takes it to a different place. So I can only speak to you about the straight up astrology, but if we layer over all of the other potentials, it can get complicated, right? Okay, so I want to show you the tools for tonight, in case you have them. And if you don't have them, that's okay. I'm going to share my tools with you for tonight. Are you ready? Okay, so I'm going to light my candle. This is our Sagittarius candle for tonight. And we are working with, we gave you this yellow aventurine in this, or golden quartz, I should say. Charging station for your bracelets, because a lot of us wear gemstone bracelets all the time, right? And so it says, this is the mantra for Sagittarius: I know, I do, I go. It's totally my life motto. I know, I do, I go. So if that's your mantra too, then what I want to encourage you to do, and your kit came with a bracelet. So you either got agate, sodalite, or picture jasper, I think. Am I right? Crazy lace agate, sorry. So you either got crazy lace agate, sodalite, or you got onyx. Okay, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. And whichever one you got, what you want to do is, until we finish our ceremony, you're going to put your bracelet on your little charging pillar. We have those made for you. Aren't they cool? Okay, if you got onyx, you got the stone of grounding, protection, and strength. Deep protection. Do you know back in the 1900s, onyx was considered the most important protection stone you could work with or wear? True story. We still work with it for those properties, okay? If you got sodalite, you need to let go of fear and just coast. Part of the full moon, the new moon is all about new beginnings, new intentions, new creations, new visions, right? It's about trusting the universe, letting go of what's holding you back. The full moon is about going for the ride. It really is. It's like, what does this universe have for you? And absolutely saying yes. And I know that can be really scary, especially if saying yes means life changes. Oh, how many birds outside? Especially if saying yes means you're not sure where you're going or how you're going to get there or what the path looks like. Okay, so sodalite is the fear-releasing stone. They call it the dream catcher stone. Yeah, it's, so Chrisanne, your pillar, no matter what color it is golden quartz, what's known as azeztulite. Isn't it beautiful? I'm glad you like it. So letting go of fear if you got sodalite, and then if you got crazy lace agate, crazy lace agate comes from northern Mexico, and I love it so much. Crazy lace agate is for two things. It keeps you safe while you travel, which is one of the reasons we chose it, because Sagittarians travel. I'm a big traveler. I know a lot of you know that. I usually am not home for more than 2 to 3 weeks a month. I've been kind of grounded through COVID, which has driven me nuts, but my passport is like burning a hole in my pocket. So it keeps you safe when you travel, and it makes you laugh. Sagittarians are funny. We're kind of irreverent, you know what I mean? We can be offensive sometimes. We don't try to be offensive. We don't always, we take jokes too far. Let's put it that way. So protection, grounding, which is what Sagittarians need, letting go of fear, completely surrendering to the process and the experience of life, and then happiness and safety while you travel. Those are the three options. I have all three sitting in my hand, so I'm going to feel which one gets warm in my non-writing hand. Do you know about this? When you choose stones, you should take the hand you don't write with. I'm right-handed, so I'm taking my left hand. And feel where it gets warm. Which one is warmest? This one. Which makes me happy because I really want to travel. So crazy lace agate is my medicine for tonight. Now again, I want you to put it on your little charging station until we're ready to work with it. Then you have your double term lapis, all about power, being the queen, wisdom, which is totally Sagittarian, and then Labyrinth perfume. The notes in Labyrinth perfume are vetiver for grounding and wisdom, styrax for visioning and mental clarity. Then there's labdanum for strength and protection. There is wormwood for intuition and astral travel. And then there is honey for passion. And there's an oil from India called kebab chini, which is for clarity, for you to work with as you travel your labyrinth. Tonight, we are going to trace the labyrinth on this art together, just briefly. And I'm going to sort of guide you through just a brief meditation on what it means to go into your inner labyrinth. Hi, Jackie, how are you? And so we are going to trace this together. Then we're going to charge our bracelet, and then we're going to send and receive the energy of clarity and wisdom, and direct that lunar light toward where your next adventure is going to be. And I hope you're excited about that. I know we've got birthday people in the house. I'm so happy, and thank you for coming and spending part of your birthday with us. We always consider that such a joy and an honor to know that on your special day, you're choosing to spend part of your birthday with us. So Becca Cooper is celebrating a birthday today, and I know quite a few of you are, so cheers. We're so happy that you're here today. We really are. Okay. So I'm gonna start by burning some stuff. It's a full moon, you gotta burn things. Remember that the word lunatic comes from the word luna, because people used to think the moon made us crazy. We don't need the moon to make us crazy. We're already crazy. But it's okay. All the cool kids are. It is. I love that interpretation too. Queen Hotep. I think that's really beautiful. So happy you're here. Hi, Jaden. How are you today? Taking that sage behind me. Wrapping it around. A little bit more for you. And then over all the tools. Just a clear, cleanse, release. Taking just a couple of nice deep breaths. Inhale your white sage smoke too. It's antibacterial, antimicrobial, and antifungal. So it cures all the things. It really does. I wanted to, and if you have technical questions about your tools, I've gone over them, but if you have more questions, Karen Brown is here just for that, and so she will give you some answers. I wanted to share something personal with you, because today is a very special day. I got emotional talking about it when I was live earlier, but I do like to share sometimes my personal life and my family with you. So this lovely lady right here is my mom. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus. Let me try the other camera. So this lovely lady on the left is my mom. Is it gonna focus or not? Let me try the other camera again. One more time. Okay, so mom is here, and that is her sister on the right side of your screen. And this lovely lady right here would have been 82 years old today. This lady right here who had me is a beautiful lady. She passed away this year. She was 78. She would be 79 now. And she was not adventurous. She wasn't. I love my mom so much. I love you, Mom, but you were not adventurous. My mom, everything scared my mom. Okay? And my mom was a rule follower. If there was a rule, she was gonna follow it. Imagine her having me, okay? But you know what they say. You have the children your sister was supposed to have. The lady on the right was a rule breaker. And that's my Aunt Joyce. She died when she was 39 in 1980. I only got to know her for about 8 years before she passed away. But so my mom and my aunt were best friends. My memory of my mom growing up is her on the phone with Aunt Joyce. I mean, just until I was 8 years old, that's all I remember is my mom sitting there on the corded phone talking to my aunt. They were best friends. And my mom missed my aunt until the day she died. And so this is the first birthday in heaven when my mom and my aunt get to be together. So to the rule follower and the rule breaker, it's a sad day. Yeah, it's funny. I look more like my aunt. I behave more like my aunt. I swear I should have been my aunt's child. And my aunt thought so too. My aunt got a kick out of me. Anyway, to the rule breaker and the rule follower who are celebrating the first birthday together in heaven since 1980, I just want to celebrate and say, yes! They loved each other so much, and my mom never got over the loss of my aunt, who passed away very suddenly in 1980. And so I am so grateful today that they get to be together. So I'm celebrating them tonight. I am celebrating you tonight. Cheers to you, Aunt Joyce, and to your rule breaking spirit. Okay, so, and thank you for celebrating with me. It's nice to share some of those little details with you. June 14, baby. She was Gemini all day long. Okay, so for tonight, I want to begin right away. I don't want to waste any time because we have some work to do. And I also want to be able to do some readings with you and for you. So the cards tonight, once we do our ceremony, I'm going to be pulling cards. And the cards for tonight are all Sagittarius. Speak your mind. Ground your ideas. Unleash your natural self. Be yourself. Don't be afraid to be wild, right? Choose confidence, not arrogance. We don't have to be a dick. We can be confident without being a jerk, right? Build strong relationships. Sagittarians are all about friendships and making new connections, and then run wild and free. My mom used to call me the stallion when I was young. She always said I was a stallion. So I thought that was a very appropriate card for us to work with tonight. So we will get to readings in just a minute. But I want to open our circle tonight. Right, cheers to Joyce. Amazing she's been off this planet so long, and yet she's still so present to us. You know, some people just have such big energy that they live on with you for decades. I remember her so well, and I was so young when she died. I was in second grade when my mom came and took me out of class because we had to go because she was passing away. Isn't that crazy? So on this really important day, let's call in the guides and the guardians of the four directions. Yeah. We'll do it, Jandy Allen, I see you. That's what we're here for. And just give me this next, we'll probably be about 45 minutes from now. Just give me this time with you, right? This is for you. Tonight's a gift. I'm just here in service to help you remember who you are. We don't have any eclipses tonight, just a big, beautiful moon. She's shining her light for you. She's showing off. So just be here now. Relax and soften. Just open your heart, open your mind. Right? Anything that's bothering you, worrying you, just sit it outside the door and close the door. It'll be here when we're done. Yeah. This is for you. This is for your spirit. So let's welcome in the guides and the guardians of the East. This is the direction of East, of new beginnings, of dawn, of rising sun. Let's open a new door, new cycle, expanding, creating, opening, being present, right? Being brave, being authentic, committing to the work. And we welcome in the guides and the guardians of the East. And to the guides and the guardians of the south, element of fire. This is their moon, baby. This is all fire tonight. Yes. We give thanks. They bring energy of transformation, fearlessness, and strength. Passion, desire, creativity, right in the south. Let's tap into all of it tonight. We release fear in the south. Leave it there. Fear isn't your friend. Most of what you're afraid of isn't going to happen. But you can't get that time back. My Aunt Joyce, the most famous thing she ever taught me, you ready? If you pray, don't worry. And if you worry, don't pray. She used to say, if you really pray and give it to God, let it go. You can substitute goddess or source or another word for God if you don't like the word God. But just give it to a higher power and then let it go. It keeps you young. We give thanks and we welcome the guides and the guardians of the south. And then to the guides and the guardians of the west, emotional healing, surrender, releasing, nurturing, right? Prosperity in the west, calling in abundance, yes. Sagittarius likes abundance. You want more and more and more and more. Let me welcome in the guides, the guardians of the west, the water element tonight. Right? Smart, isn't it? Really think about those words. She was a simple person. Do you know how simple people are? They're not simple. They say simple things, but it's so smart. And it's almost like if you don't really think about it, it passes you by. That's how she was. Super smart. And then to the guides and the guardians of the north, element of earth, we welcome you in tonight for grounding, patience, perseverance, presence, keeping us here, reminding us to slow it down, take our time, not to rush. There's time. Be intentional, be present. We welcome in the guides and the guardians of the north. And then last but not least, to the guides and the guardians of the spirit element. The Akash, the ether, the wind, the space between your thoughts. Yeah. We welcome you in for magic, guardians of the spirit element. They animate life. They teach us right place, right time, synchronicity, manifestation. And we give thanks. We welcome the guides and the guardians of the east, the south, the west, the north, and spirit. We say Amen. Aho. And so it is. Right? And it is a strawberry moon. And do you know why it's a strawberry moon? Do you grow strawberries? I grow strawberries. It's called the strawberry moon because the fruit is blooming, right? Everything is vibrant and alive. I grow a lot of fruit in my garden, and it's all ripe right now. I'm getting ready to make orange juice and freeze it because I have a whole tree full of like 100 Valencia oranges, and I'm going to freeze the juice. So it's the strawberry moon because everything is blooming. You're blooming. This is your big bloom for the year. Do you know that? You know that, right? This is high season for you if you're gonna make it happen. So push. I know you're tired. I know you are. I know you've been through the ringer the last couple of years. I know you have. But this is the push. This is not resting. Nature's not resting. If you want to know what to do, go outside. Is she resting? Is the sun resting? No, it's working overtime right now, right? And everything in nature is just blooming and pushing. So I want you to push. Because at the end of the year, I want you to say, Athena, I did it. I was fucking tired. But I did it. I'm tired. But I'm writing my 4th book. I am teaching a weekend retreat. I am getting ready for summer solstice. I am, while my kids are home and I'm, doing all the things. Like, I know you're tired. If you have children, you know what this stage is like. This is when they shut the epidural off and you just gotta push that baby out. And it doesn't feel good, but you gotta do it. Are we gonna do it? You can do this, right? I've got you. Okay. So, just very briefly, first I want to anoint with our perfume. The reason we work with perfume, by the way, in all of our ceremonies is, first of all, it represents the water element, but it creates a scent association with the work that we do. The olfactory system in your brain is part of the limbic system. It's your old brain. It's not the prefrontal cortex that developed when we became modern. The limbic system in your brain doesn't even have access to language. It's the middle of your brain where the pineal gland is, but it responds to scent. And that's why when you smell your grandmother's perfume or you smell biscuits baking in the oven, it's like something comes over you and you can't even put words to it. So this is why we work with perfume, because we tap into that limbic system. And what that does is it imprints on your energy field an emotion from tonight. So if tonight inspires you, if tonight pushes you to feel more connected to the work that we're doing, then every time you smell this perfume or whatever you're working with tonight, it's gonna remind your central nervous system, we've got this, right? So a little bit at your third eye for what you know, a little bit at your wrists for what you do, and then pick up your little footers, a little bit at your feet or your ankles for where you go, right? Just to bless your footsteps. You love your lizard brain. The reptilian brain is the oldest, and then the limbic system, and then the which is your midbrain, and then the frontal brain, the prefrontal cortex, and all of the modern parts of your brain are your newer kind of thinking, processing brain. So we really do have 3 different brains. And when you start to think about your neurology that way, you realize, yes, you're modern, but you're also ancient, and your brain is receiving information all the time on conscious levels and also on subliminal levels that sometimes bypass even your conscious awareness. That's why our feelings are so important, because they're more powerful than our words, right? A really good writer, I like to think of myself as a good writer, can write things that make you feel things, right? That's the ultimate goal, is to combine your words with an emotion. Okay, so what I want you to do with me is I want you to just take one moment, and you can do it on my labyrinth with me if you don't have your tools. But I want you to enter the labyrinth with me, okay? And I want you to think about this labyrinth as the rest of this year. And we're going to start at the outside. The rule for labyrinth walking, by the way, if you've never done it in ceremony, is you always ask for permission to enter the labyrinth. Okay? So, Great Spirit, may we enter the labyrinth of wisdom tonight that's going to show us our path for the rest of 2022. Feels like we're ready, doesn't it? Feels like we're ready. So I want you to take your finger, and you can watch me do it. If you have yours, you can do it on your own. And I want you to just follow the line. I gave this to you because it becomes a meditation, and it's really powerful. It can take you to a really deep place. So let's just follow the line here. And I want you to imagine yourself really sort of penetrating the energy of the year of your growth as you follow the line? Where is it leading you? Do you ever feel like you're right here and you have no idea where you're going and you're like, I hope this leads me somewhere. I just want you to follow. And this is going to teach you to trust, right? Trust the process. Okay, so I'm going to go in this way. Follow, follow, follow. And come up here, over here, over here. Up here. Where are you leading me? Isn't this how life is, right? Up and down. And over. And up. And down. And over. Easy. And up. And down. You feel yourself kind of falling into the meditation of it. And down. And all the way over. And down. And down. And up. And around. And up. And down. We make it to the middle. And like Kathleen says, I keep taking wrong turns and exiting. Because we all do take a wrong turn and exit. And then we get back on the path. We find our way back. Because ultimately, every path you take leads you here. Some of you will get here real fast. And that's exciting. For some of you, it's going to take a long time to get here. But you'll get there. And what's beautiful about life, you will get here. And no matter how far you feel like, I'm so far off my path, holy shit, I keep exiting and getting off the freeway and getting on the freeway, there is a hand that guides your hand, right? And it's always leading you home, whatever home means, right? For me, home is right? It's the Sanskrit word that represents the sound of the name of God, right? The unspeakable, the unknowable. You made it. And so the mantra for tonight is follow your dreams and discover your true self. Step into the unknown and explore the path to freedom. Explore the path to freedom. And Deborah, if you get back to the beginning, all you have to do is go back and start over again. Right? Isn't that how life is? It takes you back to the beginning and then you're like, oh shit, I gotta go back and do this all over again. But it's okay. Because eventually, again, you will always get to the middle, right? Well, Ann Seymour, you know what? What I will tell you is this. In my experience, for what it's worth, I have felt like you feel 1,000 times. Because Anne said, I'm starting to feel like I'm not meant to reach that place in this life. But every time I have felt that way, I feel like I take 2 steps back, but I end up taking 4 steps forward. So just when you think, I don't know if I'm going to get there, is when the universe is like, we have something ready for her, right? So there's a big trust factor at play in all of this. And what seem like setbacks sometimes are actually just having you in a holding pattern because the timing is off. And so if you can learn to surrender to the flow of life and not try to push past those barriers, but kind of sit with them and see what medicine they bring for you, I think that's ultimately the path of transformation. I really do. Yeah, and as Casey said, when you start over, you're starting over with more wisdom than you had before, right? Okay, so if you have your bracelet that's been charging on your golden quartz, which by the way, azeztulite is one of the Synergy 12 stones. That's why this little thing is so important. It's a spiritual ascension stone, and it kind of fast tracks your progress in life. And so this is why I wanted you to charge your bracelets on here. Now, the two I didn't choose, I'm going to give away tonight. So let me put them all on here together. May these bracelets guide me and my friends toward the path of our highest good. Amen, aho, and so it is. Okay. Who would like the sodalite bracelet? I'm going to wear it for a minute. And if you would like it, just say sodalite. And then who would like the onyx bracelet? If you would like it, just say onyx. I'm going to choose 2 winners right now. And then Team SG will tell you how to redeem them. You just have to write into our support team and give them your address, basically. So just say sodalite or onyx. I'm going to give these away right now. Kind of fun, right? Who needs to release fear? And who needs to feel like you're grounded and protected? Those are the 2 kind of bits of medicine that these pieces represent. It's kind of fun. I'm so happy that you're here tonight and that you're having fun. It makes me happy too. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Jody Crane, I feel like the sodalite belongs to you. So I'm going to wear it tonight, and then I'm going to take it off, and I'll mail it to you tomorrow. Okay, so Jody Crane, congratulations to you. We're going to release some fear together through these bracelets. And let's see where the onyx wants to go. I'm getting like the immediate little zing tonight, which is kind of fun. Okay, Grace Coughlin, onyx is coming your way. So I'm going to wear it next to my crazy lace, and then tomorrow I will send that to you. So both of you just send in a note to support.sagegoddess.com with your address, and then they will create a manual order and we'll get your bracelets shipped out to you. How fun is that? So I'm going to wear them for tonight. So I want you to, if you want to receive the energy of your bracelet, if you want to receive it, you need to put it on your left hand. So if you want protection, fun, safety, all those things, you need to put it on your left hand. If you want to send this energy to other people as a crystal healer, you're going to put it on your right hand. So I'm sending this to you tonight. Fear release and letting go of bullshit, which is what sodalite's all about. So I'm putting my crazy lace on my left hand to receive the energy, because that's your receiving side. It's the feminine yin side. And I want you to put your right hand over it if you're receiving the energy. If you're sending it, put your left hand over, but I'm going to put my right hand. May the energy of this amulet that you're charging tonight under this Sagittarius full moon bring you strength, freedom, fearlessness, truth, wisdom, passion. This is my moon. I'm trying to think of all the adjectives and nouns. May this amulet remind you that some rules were meant to be broken. That not every path that everybody else follows is your path, and you can blaze a trail. May it remind you to be passionate and to fall in love with life. May it remind you to take the path less traveled and to blaze a trail towards your dreams. And together we say, Amen, aho, and so it is. Amen, aho, and so it is. That's big energy tonight. Okay. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Now, I'm going to take my lapis double terminated wand, I'm glad you enjoyed that too. I'm going to charge it with the energy tonight of the crazy lays, which again is protection, laughter, safety while you travel. Charging it with the energy of onyx, which is protection, strength, endurance. And charging it with the energy of sodalite, which is releasing fear and surrendering to the moment. And then I'm going to bring this up to the camera and send it to you. So even if you don't have any tools tonight, which is totally fine, I'm just glad you're here. I want you can reach out and connect with your finger. You can hold up a crystal of your own from your own collection and charge it with the energy. And just receive for a minute. I'm sending this with love and grace and authenticity because this is my moon. Just receive. From me to you. Amen. Ahom. So it is. Yes. Okay. That felt good, didn't it? Now, I want you to focus now so good to have you here. I want you to focus right now on where in your life, and really take this part of our ceremony seriously, okay? Where in your life, if you could direct tonight's full moon light toward an area of your life. Remember, it brings wisdom, it brings freedom, it brings strength, it brings passion, it brings curiosity, it brings playfulness, right? It breaks down boundaries. Where would you like to direct that energy in your life? Where do you need to break down boundaries or find a new pathway? Where do you need to create a new paradigm in your life? I really want you to take a moment, close your eyes, and I want you to visualize that part of your life that needs this Sagittarian magic tonight. And just take a nice deep breath there. We call this drawing down the moon, right? Anybody remember that book? When I was a wee magician back in the 80s, Drawing Down the Moon by Starhawk was my first magical book. It's true, I had to save up from my little job to buy it. My mom wasn't keen on me buying magic books. So if I wanted them, I had to work to buy them. And I did. Total Sag. I'm like, great, I'll work for that, right? So let's draw down the moon tonight. Want to? We're going to ask Luna to shine her light on that part of your life. Freedom. Expansion. Right? Passion. Breaking the rules, the boundaries, trying something new, fearlessness, confidence, not ego. Remember, we don't have to be jerks, but we can be confident. We can know who we are, right? So directing it toward your business, towards your relationship, right? Towards your family and your children. Finding new creative ways to parent, right? New pathways to love. New pathways to travel and adventure. Oh yeah, right? If you have a dusty passport, you're no Sagittarius. Yes. Aw, that's great, Amber. I hope you're having fun tonight. Whew. You can be a little cocky, just don't be a jerk. Toward retirement for Deanna, I love it. And for Susan, it's her new career. For Jean, it's communication. Yes. The path to the path from Mary to Santiago, I love that. Oh, hi Amber, I'm so happy that you're here and you're new. That's right, Maruta. Drawing down the moon for friendship and connection to spirit guides for Nicole. Facing fears for Zoe. Yes. Great Spirit. God, Goddess, and Source of all that is. We call upon you tonight to direct this light of this beautiful full moon to our dreams. Shine the light in our lives on places that need a new perspective, an open mind, a little adventure, a lot of freedom, and room to breathe, to wisdom and knowledge, education, transformation, for the success and the happiness and the joy of all who are here and all who will watch later. We give thanks. And together we say, Amen. Aho. And so it is. Yep. New leads, closed contracts. That sounds very official. The Sag in me is like, woo, I don't know what that means, but yay! Financial ease is also something. Sagittarians don't worry about stuff. We just don't. It drives people crazy. We're like cats. We just think we're always going to land on our feet. Drives my husband crazy. Used to drive my parents crazy. Because they'd be like, well, how are you going to do that? And I'd be like, magic. It's just all going to work out for me. Whee! It's that kind of buoyant, effervescent Sag spirit. We just are always optimistic. And somehow it does tend to work out for us. So kind of borrow some of this energy for tonight and just go, whee! How is it going to work out? I don't know, magic. Yay! Who cares? I'm having a good time. It's going to be a party. We land on our feet. Somehow it always works, right? But do you know why we always land on our feet as Sagittarians? Do you know why? There's a secret to it. And I want to sit this with you tonight before we finish. The secret, and Karen's North Node is in Sag, so she's here to learn this lesson. The secret and the reason we always fucking land on our feet, are you ready? Because we raise the vibration and we never let go of it. It's like, even if there's setbacks, even if somebody says we're crazy, we don't care, it's just like, it's all going to be great. And there's some childlike part of us that really believes that, and then it ends up happening, right? Whereas other signs are like, yay, I believe, and then like 15 minutes later they're like, I totally don't believe. And it's like, well, of course it doesn't work out, right? You have to have that like child. Oh, it's Alexis. Really? Is your North Node in Sag, Alexis? For real? Okay, say it with me, Alexis. I didn't know that. Whee! Scares the shit out of Pisces, right? And Capricorn and all, you know, it's like Pisces goes, oh, I don't know, this is really scary. This lady's crazy, I can't do it. I'm totally crazy. I'm a Leo sun, Maria, but I'm a Sagittarius moon. So what that means is the part of me you don't know unless you're super close to me is, wee, fuck the rules. And I love my moon, like I was saying at the beginning. I love being a Sag moon because I like having fun. I'm here to play. I'm not here to take it all too seriously, right? I'm here to taste the rainbow. Okay, I want to pull cards for a couple minutes and then we'll close our circle for tonight. Would anybody like a card? I would love to pull a card for you. Who would like it? Yeah, and if your midheaven is in Sagittarius, you know, I feel you. If you're Sag rising, you show up to the party like, woohoo, got this. We are a whole mood. Sagittarius, we are a whole mood. And some people really don't like us because we're annoying AF. If you don't like Sagittarius, we will drive you nuts. But that's okay because we're like, I'll find somebody else. All right, Daylene said yes. Let's pull a card for you, Daylene, and see what wisdom this moon has for Daylene. All right. Ooh, I like it. Unleash your natural self. Unleash your natural self in the great outdoors. Feel the wind in your hair and the ground beneath your feet as you connect with the untamed aspects of yourself. If you've been searching for truth and purpose, you'll be hard-pressed to find it anywhere else. All right. I like that one for you. All right, Dorothy Merrill said yes. I'm going to pull as many as I can in the next couple minutes. So Dorothy, happy that you're here. Let's see what wisdom is under this moon for you tonight. Ground your ideas. It's often easier to think of big abstract ideas than to see them through. Sometimes just having adrenaline rush of a new project or concept seems fulfilling enough. Go a step further, ground your ideas in reality, and create space for them to come to life. In other words, don't stop till you get enough. All right, Christine Rogers. Hi, beautiful. How are you? Christine. Let's see what Sag Moon has for you. Speak your mind. Journey back to yourself. Isn't she beautiful? Speak your mind, Christine. Surround yourself with people who appreciate your honesty and motivate you to look at the world differently. You'll find yourself in the company of friends from different walks of life, where you can share your knowledge and ideas without a filter. Sagittarians don't like filters. Zoe Gonzalez. She's a Sag moon and she's been struggling. Let's see, Zoe, what's coming up for you tonight. For Zoe. Build strong relationships for Zoe. The pursuit of the chase can feel more rewarding than an actual relationship. The buzz is euphoric and exciting, but it's only temporary. If you're searching for more stability, don't confuse chemical reactions for authentic connections. Stick around and build strong relationships. All right, let's see. Karen McAfee. Let's see what Sag Moon has for you for Karen. It's my favorite card because of my mom. Run wild and free. Break out of your daily routine and permit yourself to be a little impulsive. Have a spontaneous adventure. Get in the car and drive wherever the wind takes you. Run wild and free. You'll figure it out as you go along. Isn't that true? Okay, let's see where else Spirit wants me to go. Okay, Ashley Morgan. Hi, Ashley. Let's see what wisdom this moon has for you. For Ashley. Build strong relationships. Amaryllis is the flower of that. The pursuit of the chase can feel more rewarding than an actual relationship. Stick around, build strong relationships. This is the medicine of this moon. Let's see where Spirit wants me to go next. Okay, Rhonda Reeves. Rhonda. Let's see what's coming up for you tonight. We haven't pulled this one yet. Choose confidence, not arrogance. Right? Confidence is an attractive quality. There's a fine line between arrogance and confidence. Arrogance is like confidence on overdrive. It can push people away, whereas deep self-assuredness draws them closer. Choose confidence. That's good life advice, right? You should be confident. You have to own your place. And the reality is, whoever you are and whatever you are is exactly what this universe needs you to be. Right? But when we think we have nothing to learn, we trip and fall. That's when we make the big mistakes. Okay, let me choose one more here. Alma Miller. Hi, Alma. Alma. Let's see what this moon has for you. Unleash your natural self. Find your wings. Unleash your natural self in the great outdoors. Feel the wind in your hair and the ground beneath your feet. If you've been searching for truth and purpose, you'll be hard-pressed to find it anywhere else. Sagittarians can't stay indoors for very long. We're outdoorsy people. We like to go hiking and, again, traveling and seeing new things and meeting new people. It's the gas in our tank, right? Okay, so I'm going to do a collective card now. This is for everybody. So this is for you if you're here now live. This is for you if you're, I don't know, watching this 10 years from now. Some of my videos from like 11 years ago on YouTube, people still watch, so I'm like joking and not joking. So this is the collective pull. This is for everybody who's watching now and will watch later. A card to guide your steps through the next lunar cycle. For the collective, the collective, the collective. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. Run. Break out of your routine. Let yourself be impulsive. Have a spontaneous adventure. Get in the car and drive. You'll figure it out as you go along. Remember I told you about my friend who just gets in the car and drives? I admire her. When people get to the end of their life, because I work with 2 million people through Sage Goddess, right? So I've had a lot of clients get to the end of their lives or tell me about their parents getting to the end of their lives. And I've studied the research too in social science about what happens when people get to the end of their lives. When you ask people what they regret most, it's that they didn't do the thing. They were afraid of what people would think, or they didn't want to be, cocky or arrogant, or they didn't want to take chances, or they didn't want to fail. They regret the things they didn't do. Most people, when they get to the end, they're like, I shoulda, I coulda, I woulda. They don't regret most of the time the things that they've done. They regret what they didn't do. Don't let yourself be that person. Take a chance. And even if you're like super conservative, right? Take a small chance. It doesn't have to be a big chance. A lot of us are go big or go home people, right? Ah, Jackie. She says she's been following me for 7 years. I love that. Yeah, but Kathy, the good news is it's not too late. You're still here. Do something a little different, right? Don't have regrets. I see you, Sunshine Dragonfly. It's so hard when our parents leave us. I wish I didn't understand, but I do. So I'm sending your heart just a big beam of love tonight across the miles. Truly. And if you're new to Sage Goddess, or even if you're not new, that's why I do these ceremonies every month. So you can be part of our community and our family, and you're not alone. And we just observe the wheel of time, and we step by step, you're not going to change your entire life overnight, but little by little, it's amazing what can happen. It's amazing what can happen. It's never too late, right? Take a breath with me here, right? Thank you, AR, appreciate that. Let's take a breath. Yeah, I always tell people, if you haven't lost your parents yet, I hope you have as much time as you can possibly have without that experience. That's my wish for you tonight. I hope you have so much time before you know what that's like. Changes your life. Okay, so let's release these guides and guardians, right? Who've been so attentively present with us this evening and holding the space, right? Mm-hmm. So we begin where we ended. We're going to release the guides and the guardians of the spirit element. Thank you for bringing your magic to our circle, for animating our ceremony tonight, for reminding us that magic is real, for connecting us across space and time. And even in these moments of remembering how and when we found each other, it's pretty magical, right? So we're thankful for magic in our lives that helps us find each other. We release them with gratitude. And to the guides and the guardians of the north, thank you, thank you, thank you for keeping us grounded, helping us to be present, reminding us of our purpose, right? Connecting us to our bodies, to the planet, to everything that grounds us and keeps us alive. We're so thankful to you. And we release the guides and the guardians of the north. And then to the guides and the guardians of the west, we thank you for emotional healing, releasing, allowing, helping us move energy, helping us flow, helping us surrender to the process. We release you with gratitude. And to the guides and the guardians of the south, we give thanks for fire, we give thanks for passion and transformation and illumination, and we give thanks for intensity and curiosity and playfulness and optimism and excitement and all the things that Sagittarius brings. We release you with gratitude. And then to the guides and the guardians of the east, thank you for opening a new door to a new lunar cycle, right? Thank you for optimism in the form of positive thoughts in the east, right? We can commit in this new lunar cycle to thinking that the best might happen instead of worrying the worst will happen. Sagittarius is always hoping for the best, right? Making space for what's good. And that's the direction of east. So we thank them for spaciousness, for expansiveness. We thank the guardians of the east for new beginnings and do-overs, chances to start again, right? We release them with gratitude. And with that, darlings, another full moon is in the books. In the books. And I see your comments. I know. Life is so beautiful and it's so challenging. Don't you think? The good news is most of the time the beauty outweighs the challenge. In some way. Wee! That whole we thing though is literally though how I live my life. I really do feel like a kid still. And it may not be super mature of me and it may not be super practical of me, but I still go through life going, it's gonna work out. I don't know how. I still have checks in my checkbook. How can I be overdrawn, right? Like that's totally my philosophy in life. But you know what? I'm fun and I'm optimistic and I know how to party. So to all of my Sagittarians, thank you for being here tonight. I know. Wee! When shit gets you down, seriously, remember me going, wee! Try it. Try it. It's better than being sad. I know. Now, next month, I'm gonna spank you. I love you guys too. Did you see the Capricorn full moon kit? It has a crystal scepter that comes with a leather cord, and we're gonna make a flogger because you know what I know about Capricorns? They like to be punished. They like a nice Sagittarius to come up behind them and go, you've been naughty. So we are going to work with our flogger and our oracle cards and our candle and our perfume as we gather for the Capricorn full moon in July. Oh, listen, I've been with a lot of Capricorns, and not a lot, but a few. And y'all are freaks. You can pretend like you're not. You don't show it to everybody, but I know what's going on. My North Node's in Capricorn too. So anyway, this is a really fun kit. We've never done anything like this before. So you get the little flogger that we're gonna adorn together. You get a double termed Arvidsonite wand. You get your Closet Freak perfume. You get your oracle cards, and you get your candle. This is at sagegoddess.com if you want the tools for next month. They're 21% off with code JUICY, JUICY. And then if you shop for your tools before midnight tonight, one of you is going to win that. Can you see it? That is a lapis and rutilated quartz. Let me see if I can hold it steady. It is so beautiful, you guys. Don't focus on me, camera. Can you see it? With white topaz in sterling silver and 14 karat gold. It is so beautiful. Let me try putting it on my wrist. One of you is going to win that. It's worth about $600. And all you have to do to enter is get your kit before midnight. So you've got 5 hours to go to sagegoddess.com and shop for Capricorn full moon tools, and then we can spank each other next month. Don't say we don't keep it exciting at Sage Goddess, because we do. Your partner's going to be like, did the weird purple-haired lady get that to you? Now she's having you spank people? Yes, she is, honey, because 11 years later, we got to keep it interesting around here. This is how we keep it exciting. So enjoy. That's over at sagegoddess.com. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel before you leave so that you get all the updates and notifications. And that's what I've got for you for tonight. So thank you, Alexis, for being there. I really super appreciate it. I don't know if Karen was here too, so if you're here, Karen Brown, thank you for being here as well. Tomorrow is Crystal Masters, which is my online crystal healing class. I do teach classes. If you didn't have enough of me tonight and you want more, sagegoddess.com/programs is where you can register for Crystal Masters and learn about crystals. Here tomorrow might actually be the most exciting class I've ever taught, and it's not too late to join. I'm teaching you about gemstone harmonizers, which actually were created in ancient Egypt. The pharaohs used to be buried with them. So they're called the wands of Ra. And I've never taught them before. I've worked with them for a long time, but I've never taught them. So if you want to learn something new and really exciting in the gem and mineral world, Crystal Masters might be the place for you to go. Class is going to be from 3 to 6 p.m. Pacific time live tomorrow. So we would love to have you there. And yeah, I'm so glad. I'm glad you're excited for class too. All right, enjoy the rest of your evening. And thank you for being here. And we will see you tomorrow for class. Have a great evening, and thank you for having an open mind tonight, bringing a little more fun into your life. We have no eclipse activity, which means make your moon water, charge your crystals, sleep naked outside tonight, whatever you're going to do. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. But all the fun for tonight, because we don't have eclipse stuff going on, so just party. As Sagittarius, we want you to do that.